Season 2 of Dandadan comes out next week, June 6th. It's a Friday on Netflix. And listen, I just want to talk about what makes Dandadan so damn good. Why do people love Dandadan? I love Dandadan. My most favorite anime right now and manga series is One Piece. Okay, but coming up right underneath that, like it's telling it, it's close, is Dandadan. And listen, I just want to kind of break down a little bit about the manga that I love so much because I read the manga, and I'll get into the anime. But what I love most about the manga is that the artistry, right? There is not a single double page spread that you could see there, and you're just like, you're just not mind blown from it. Like the double page spreads are so beautiful when you get big scenes, big, whether it's a crazy fight or if it's a new world or if it's, a different dimension. The character design is so awesome. The artistry is just so great. I just really love the art style behind Dandadan. Aside from how great the story is and how good it is, how captivating each chapter is, there's literally, I like, off the top of my head thinking right now, I don't think I've read a single boring chapter, a chapter where I was like, that was kind of whack, that was a dumb chapter. There might be like maybe a little bit of a slow chapter every, far and few between, but it's really hard for me to really like pinpoint the bad ones, or because there's not one, so that the art style for me, let's just start it off with that, is amazing, and especially in the anime. The anime is so fluid, the animation is so fluid, the fight scenes are so great, the stories, the people backstory. So the way the characters are written, right? Here's another one, is so good, man. Like the backstory for each character, the character development. Okarun has a great character written. His character is written so well. Momo's character is written so well. Her grandma's written so well. Jinji's written so well. Like all the new characters that get introduced, even the side characters like Momo's friends, like they even got some depth to them to where you're like, they have enough dialogue to where you could kind of get a sense of like who they are. And every new character that you meet. So in season 2, we're going to be meeting this guy named Kinata, and he, he at first he's annoying, but he's going to be kind of a bit of a comedy relief, and then he ends up being like really likable, and then he's kind of still a little bit annoying, but it's like a funny annoying where he tries to be the man, he wants to be the man. And it's hilarious, and his backstory is great. When we'll cover that, in the future, he has a great backstory. And every villain that we come across, in terms of like we've already seen in season 1, the backstory to some of these yokai, it's sad. It's kind of like a demon slayer kind of thing where you just really gets you going, where you're like, damn, I feel bad for that yokai when that yokai was a human. And going along with like the character development, the relationship between Momo and Okarun is so great. It's so funny, and it continues to be funny throughout the manga. And it's just like you could tell that they're both in love with each other, but neither of them want to admit it first. And it's just so hilarious. It literally reminds you of when you were a kid and you're crushing on your first crush or whatever. And it just reminds you of childhood, I should say. And they're the friend group that ends up being what it is, you'll see at the end of season 2. It's just so good. The character dynamics between all of them is so great. And so, like that is also what makes it great. But then another thing is like the power scaling, bro. The power scaling is like not even the power scaling, the power systems that they use is so fun. And it's you got yokai demons, people who could change into yokai demons who are possessed by them. Then you got spirit mediums, people who could use like telekinesis and stuff like that. And then you got alien technology. And then, humans can use some of the alien technology. And then you got aliens who use the alien technology, you know what I mean? And then so that, like, all that is so awesome. And backpacking off of that is like the lore of Dandadan, from in terms of like the whole world. This is what my main point, I think, is what makes it so good, is that the relatability of what the anime can bring to you. Because like I said, it makes you think of your childhood and stuff like that, but also the lore of the world. So in this world, there's aliens, There's evil aliens, there's good aliens, just like, you know, the conspiracies. There's conspiracy theories, like real life conspiracy theories, like with real presidents. Um, the there's ancient Sumerians, right? That's a conspiracy, like an alien conspiracy. There's ancient Sumerians who used the pyramids to do things. I don't want to get too, you know, in depth with it on spoiler alerts, but you know, it's just so relatable, the stuff that they put in, because they bring the stuff from our life, like ghosts and demons and superpowers and you know, alien conspiracies, and they put it in the anime, and it's just so relatable because I love conspiracies. I love aliens. I love all that stuff. So when they put that in the anime, in the manga, it really hits a sweet spot for me, because I'm a big, you know, Joe Rogan fan and alien fan. And, you know, if you listen to Joe Rogan, I know that might have turned a lot of people off. I don't care. If you listen to Joe Rogan, you know how big he is on aliens and conspiracies. So like reading the manga and watching the anime just makes me feel so good. And the knowing that the writer knows all this stuff and all these cryptids, and it's cool though, because there's actual cryptids in the show, and you could tell that there's gonna be like, there might be like a Bigfoot thing, because there's the Loch Ness monsters in it. We've seen that in season 1, so that means that there's gonna be like the Bigfoot, there's gonna be like Mothman, chupacabras, like stuff like that. Like the real cryptids and myths in our world are put into this manga, and the way they do it is just so awesome. It's so cool. And I really can't wait for them to expand on that more in the anime, because I'm pretty far in the manga, so I just kind of know what's going to be going on, and it's just so amazing. Like there's this one, this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, okay? Spoiler alert here, and it's just about the power system. There's this one power system that gets introduced, and it'll be introduced in season 2, and it's called the nanoskins, okay? The nanoskins were given to somebody by one of the aliens, and it could literally, it's in a block form, it's in a cube form, and it can literally, if you touch it and think of anything you want as hard as you can, it'll turn into that thing. And the more nanoskin you have, the more you could do with it, and the bigger stuff you could create. So if my whole entire house is destroyed, I can take the nanobot, just rethink of my house, boom, and the house is rebuilt. And now it's made out of nanoskin, so if, you know, someone crashes through my wall right now, and the wall gets obliterated, it just builds itself back. So there's you don't even have to maintain your house anymore. It's literally a perfect house that'll never go bad, that'll never break, it'll never crash, never diminish, right? But then on top of that, you can turn that nanoskin into anything. So you could use the nanoskin to create, you know, an Iron Man suit, a sword and a shield, that like literally a vibranium shield, or like a lightsaber, or like, you know, laser cannons, or a bicycle, or an insane, like the Akira bike from literally Akira. You could literally make all of that stuff with the nanoskin, and it's so awesome. And when the character decides to use it, and when he locks in, it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait for you guys to watch it. But, you know, outside of like the theme, you know, the Dandadan, 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 like all of these things are what make Dandadan so good. You know, the character relationships, the character development, the writing for every single character that gets introduced, and I mean it, dude. Like every character has a great writing to them. Like they all have great writing to them. The character development for almost every character is awesome. Like there's really not even an annoying character. There's not even a bad character. You can't even pinpoint a bad character. Like some of them might be annoying at first, and not even some. Maybe one or two might be a little annoying at first, but they always turn it around to make you really like them in the end. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like everything I think that makes Dandadan so good and sets it apart from other animes. They just hit every single thing. Like it's the best anime because it's weird, the power scaling is awesome, the fight scenes are so good, the writing is so good, the backstories are so good. It's everything you want in an anime. And I cannot wait for season 2, and I know you guys can't either. But yeah, that's the video. If you haven't checked out Dandadan, check it out before the next season comes out. And if you like to read manga, jump into the manga. I'm telling you, it's one of the best manga out there. The art style, the writing, it's so good. Especially the art style. I'm telling you guys. All right, peace out, everybody.